while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
How's it going, guys? The long and awaited Shifty reveal. I know you guys have been waiting such a long time for this, and I appreciate you guys waiting, but it's finally done, guys. This thing has taken quite a bit of time, and I'm proud to say finally that it is completed. And though it may not look like a whole lot, it was a whole lot of work. So allow me to take you through what we did to the truck, and you know, I'll kind of go through step by step and show you all the different things that we did. And you know, the end result was a center console with all of the switches that you have seen throughout the videos. And now it's time to kind of say goodbye. I just had it detailed, so I had it washed and cleaned. You know, it's a kind of a dirty truck, but you know, it did turn out okay. There's a lot of undercoating in the wheel wells there to keep it from rusting and that kind of thing. So let me take you through the installation and what we did, guys. So first things first, the idea was to wire up both the front and the rear bumper on this truck. And in the front bumper, Chris installed a set of train horns along with a tank and all the plumbing for the train horns. So we went ahead and wired all of that up for him. And basically what we did here is we just you know, cleanly organized all of the wiring for all of this, including the solenoids and all that stuff there. Used factory holes, as you can see there, along the frame rails and that kind of thing, to route all the wires up and through. Here we have the CB radio antenna, which has been routed inside as well. So I'll go ahead and show you the under the hood of this thing here quickly. Some of you guys may know that this thing's got a diesel engine out of a Dodge. It's a 24 valve Cummins, and it's got a 6-speed manual transmission as well. And we'll get to that soon as well. Some of you guys were asking, oh, does it shift into second? Sure does, no problems, guys. And so we routed all the wiring from the bumper here, underneath the bumper, into the engine bay, replaced all of his battery terminals left and right. He installed this pump, which is right here, for his train horns in the tank. So everything was routed nicely up from here, loomed, brought up into the engine bay, routed and loomed all of the extra power cables. Created you know, kind of like a distribution area over here for all of the wiring and that type of thing, for, you know, accessories and all that kind of thing. Just because basically what ended up happening is when the engine swap was done, there was a lot of excess wiring and, you know, relays and stuff hanging around and kind of, you know, flip-flopping all over the place. So Chris is gonna have to spend some time maybe detailing the underside of this engine bay and getting things kind of cleaned up and organized the best that he can, just so, you know, it looks nice and organized and clean, right? So he has his exhaust temperature gauge thing right here, and we loomed all of that as well, as you can see there. Routed it along all the wiring from the front bumper, along the frame, not the frame rail, but sorry, the firewall, down and then through up into a factory grommet there. The rear bumper has a set of fog lights in the rear as well, and those were all wired up. And then we also did a if you guys can see that there, the LED strip along the back side underneath of the tailgate, as well as a backup camera that has a really nice view of his trailer hitch, which is right there. And again, all this seems like minor stuff until you really start doing it and getting into it and kind of wiring it up for yourself. And basically, this is the center console here. So we made this up and integrated the switches. This is the panel that he made. He's missing a couple of the rocker covers here for the other two yellow ones that are over here. And none of this stuff turns on until you start the vehicle or turn the vehicle on. Mounted the radio here, so there's a couple of USBs inside of the center console here that he has, so he can charge all of his phones and you know, YouTube gear that he uses. Underneath of this panel here is the I'll just quickly lift this up, is the wiring for the USBs, as well as the power inverter there. I should probably take some of this stuff out just so I can put that panel back in nicely. And we'll go ahead and do that now. So basically up underneath of here you got the power inverter, and then this panel just has like a little pull tab on it, so if he ever needs to access it, he can do that. And then all of his fun jazz here can go back inside the center console. I'll just quickly throw it all back in there as best I can. And a couple of sets of hinges with some nice gold looking hardware to mount all that. I think it turned out pretty good, and you know, that just closes up like that. Behind the center console you've got a power inverter, so he can turn this bad boy on with the switch right there and plug in anything he wants to plug in. I've already tested that, so that's good to go. And there's some ventilation on the back side here, the fans through the inside. And we also replaced the carpet that he had in this with this rubber matting that you see here. A couple of days in the sun here ought to take care of some of this, you know, foldingness and such. So we replaced that as well for him. That turned out really well. Got rid of that old stinky carpet, which is just now thrown in the back of the truck for him, so he can dispose of that the way he wants to. So we'll go ahead and start the truck up here and give you guys a demo of how everything works, show you the backup camera, show you all the different switches, and of course the long and beholden stunt button that we've created here, and all the safety precautions that are surrounding that. So hang tight and I'll be right back at you. Alright guys, so first things first is I will show you.
Subscribe to CarPhonix Pictures.
You may want to do that. You may want to do that. Just saying. Not begging or anything, guys. I'm just saying. I appreciate when you like, subscribe. Trust me. So carrying on, the first thing I'll show you here is the backup camera. And he wanted this on all the time so he can monitor his load, and of course make sure that he can hook up to his trailer easily, because this thing is quite tall, and there really is no way of being able to see back there without one. So we installed that for him, and he has a couple of different options later on for installing another camera a little bit higher up so you can monitor what's going on with that. So second thing here obviously is the center console. So we've wired all this up in a way that none of it will turn on unless the ignition's on. So the first switch here does the air pump gauge. When you first turn it on, it will tell you the voltage of the truck, let you know what it's running at. So right now it's charging at 14.7. And the second switch here, when you flick that bad boy on, it turns the pump on that fills the tank, and this little red bar kind of starts to grow here, and it'll, you know, kind of max out when the tank is full, and the pump will then shut off. So as you can see, it just switched from, you know, the voltage, and now it's telling you what the PSI is inside the tank. So currently running 133 PSI. So that's kind of cool. And if you want to shut that off, you just rocker the switch here and you can shut the pump off like so. Second set of switches here is for the front set of lights, and the one behind it is for the rear lights. So we'll go ahead and check that out now. So as you can see here, we got the lights inside the bumper, and that basically, those two switches there show you how that works. And the rear bumper lights as well, so those are on now as well. And if you want to shut those off, you can just use the switch to shut those off. So I'll go ahead and do that now. The third switch here, this one here, turns on your CB radio, so we'll go ahead and flick that on now. And that turns on and off with the switch, so on and then off and then on, obviously. Have an external speaker mounted down here, so that way he can hear it. And we've just got the microphone mounted where he had it before there, really nicely. And of course the SUNT button, which is nicely hidden right here, doesn't do anything until you flick this switch on. So you can go ahead and flick this switch on. That activates the power to the switch, and then when you press it, you get your train horns. Very, very, very loud. And the rest of these switches have just been wired up. They have power going to them, and that way he can, you know, do whatever he needs to do with the accessories that he has there. So a lot of you guys were asking if this thing goes into second gear. Yes, it goes into second gear, no problems. It does touch a little bit here, but that's if you're really hammering on it. I think that's for, you know, maybe a set of bushings or something inside the shifter. It is a little bit loose, but not a huge deal. In the center here, we have a cup holder, you know, bottle holder, whatever you want to call it. That way he can, you know, throw his change, throw his keys. His camera can go in here as well when he wants to film. So that was the idea behind that. And yeah, underneath it here, I'll quickly show you that. Underneath it here, we'll just wrap this around the shifter here. This just lifts up as a pressure fit. And underneath it here, we have a fuse panel there for the 4-gauge power cable coming in. We have a separated fuse box for all the accessories. That way they're all fused, and he can switch things from constant to switch power if he wants to. And then back here, there's a set of relays for all of the switched power coming off of the 4-gauge. And then this just sets back in there like so, nice and pressure fit. And yeah, so that's the way that that works there. Kind of nice, easily accessible. So if he ever wants to get to any of that stuff, including the wiring for the CB radio, you know, the pressure gauge, any of the switches, he wants to add on stuff to these, he can do that. This thing again just lifts up here, nice set of hinges, and you know, it just closes up ever so nicely. The carpet that's on here is a really nice carpet, actually. It's a pretty well wearing carpet. You know, if in the future he's running into problems with it, you know, we can always rewrap it if he wants us to, or whatever the case might be. But you know, it's pretty durable stuff, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that, guys. So what else can we show you here? We've got the rear light bar, which goes across the back of the tailgate. So that basically just lights up there, as you can see. When you press the brake, it brakes, and it's got the reverse lights as well, which I can show you. Really, really, really nice. So I'll just shut the truck off quickly here.
CarPhonix straddles my rear end.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and turn the key to the on position and throw this thing in reverse. That way you guys can see what the reverse lights look like on that power bar, or that tailgate bar. So across the back here, it just lights up, and again, left turn signal, right turn signals work there. So that's pretty cool. And when he needs extra light, he can turn those on and get a really good view of what's going on behind him with his backup camera, which we've installed right here into the tailgate. Just drilled a little hole here in the tailgate, and again, it gives you a really nice clear view of that trailer hitch. So pretty much about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching all of the videos of me working on this thing with Damien. And I'd like to tell you that I'm sad to see it go, but couldn't be more elated. So I appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Again, CarPhonix, signing out. Oh, and if I don't see you, good morning, good evening, and good night. One more thing just quickly as well. I know that I said goodbye already, but man, am I ever happy to have this bay back. Yep, it's been a while. So much room for activities.
Wow.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, boys, so he's on his way. Happy camper.
Yeah.
Finally, eh? You forgot you own this one, eh?
Yeah.
Did you forget you own this truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple times.
I didn't. I was constantly reminded on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
How you doing?
All right, buddy. Fucking make sure you sent the crap out of me on the way out of here. Not too close. So loud. So loud. Okay. See you, bud. All right.